Okay, this is a quick video compare between the TRN V80 and the TinAudio T2. This is something that I think a lot of people are probably interested, so I'm going to give my quick impressions. I've listened to these actually for about 2 hours, going back and forth, for about an hour and a half, ate lunch, and listened again, changed the tips, listen again. If I went into an audio head store in Japan and demoed both of these IEMs, I would definitely pick these. And the reason that I would pick them is they have a more pronounced bass and they also have more pronounced treble, which means that they've got a kind of a V signature. But the bottom of that V, which would be the mids, is not a problem really. But clearly the bass has more punch and impact, and also the treble is, for me, fine. But for others, maybe not. I'm not a fan of the F9 Pros. I don't like peaks around 9, 8K. If there's a cavity before or after that, it makes the 8K, 8 kilohertz more pronounced because it's kind of isolated on the spectrum. The F9 Pros did that. These don't do that, but they do have a elevation around 10K if their graph is correct. I don't know why it wouldn't be. It sounds like that to me, which gives you the illusion of space. So while it might be slightly V'd, it doesn't sound compact. The T2s that I like a lot are a more balanced sound. For example, if I listen to something like Tupac, Ambitions as a Rider, the bass is more potent on these, but it's still very tight and it's got punch. A little thumpy on the T2s, but very, very nice. And a less of a sense of a V on these. If you were an audiophile and you really prefer to have no coloration of the music that you listen to, you'd probably want to pick the T2s. Now, get out of the Tupac and go to what I've been listening to while I was doing this. Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. Start dun 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 dun. It's got a computer deck generated bass hit. There's also a bassist mixed in there. It's a very, very good mastered. This is a DSD. Does it matter? That's another video. I think it does. It sounds really, really good. Sounds better on this. The upper details, that little stuff that goes on in the background is all here because this sounds like the micro details are coming in better because of that treble elevation. It sounds less here, but this is more of the traditional sound. Again, the audiophile that likes to have fairly flat lines, fairly steady rolls, no peaks or abnormal plateaus anywhere, either the bass, in the mids, or in the treble. So for someone that likes a more balanced sound, it would be the T2. Using Billie Jean for bass and treble, the Tupac would be for bass, but for bass and treble, this would be more appealing because all of the little stuff that's going on, again, micro details. These are really impressive. I would take these over the F9 Pro. And how much do those cost? I can't listen to the F9 Pro more than 2-3 songs because my ears get fatigued by the treble. I don't really get that fatigue. And also, these are 2-pin. You can see that the stock cable is not on the T2 because it failed last night. It doesn't work anymore, left side. The buds are fine, but the connection for that beautiful cable doesn't work anymore. And I know how to use MMCX because I got a lot of stuff. It didn't last really long. No more, no more. This was something that I talked about in a previous video. There's the keys that are banging in the middle of it. Again, clearer on here than it is on here. So a lot of those keys are in the mid frequency, so the recess that exists in the mids, is it recessed? Is it slightly bumped? I'm not getting the scoop. I don't get the sense that the vocals are back, which would be your typical V. A lot of the vocals would exist in here. A lot of the upper register of the guitar would be up here. The kick drum, the bassist, a lot of it would be here and halfway into the mids. A meat of male vocals would exist within the mids, so they would sound like they're slightly back. They don't really sound slightly back on this. They sound normal. They sound like the bass and the mids are really kind of very much in line with this set. So this would be a preference of what you... One is not necessarily better than the other. I fucking hate to be vague, man. But this really is what you like best. These are down hanging IEMs, so that means that they're straight down. If you like those, you would like these better. If you like something that's more balanced, you would like these. If you like something that's got more of a punch and micro details, but the cost of that is going to be elevation in the treble that, depending on your hearing, you might find uncomfortable. I don't find this uncomfortable. It sounds to me like it's around the region where they make it sound like there's more space with IEMs. And remember, this open back actually is open. According to the website, this is open to the dynamic driver. So I don't get that closed-in feeling. Neither of these feel claustrophobic, but for something that has elevated bass and treble, you're going to maybe associate a limited stage with that. Not really the case. What would be the weak point of this would be the cable termination. What would be the weak point of this? Structurally, nothing. The body is fine. The 2-pin connection is fine. The cable, it's single-ended. I'd go balance, but there's nothing wrong with that. Weak point would be to be determined. Again, there's going to be a video done for just this. I haven't done it yet. Nothing's jumping out at me as being an issue, except for people that might have treble sensitivity. Mine is around 8 kilohertz. 7.8, 8.5. That region, if it's peaked, and then after it is cavitied, or before the 8 is a cavity, and the 8 area is really prominent because of its tune, I can't deal with that. F9 Pros couldn't deal with that. I said that when I did the review for those, and that was their flagship at the time. I would take both of these over the F9 Pro. So the micro detail, the piano on Aerosmith, the micro details on Michael Jackson's Billie Jean. I don't know if you guys listen to stuff like this, but this is Steely Dan, Hey 19. This is a really good mixed song. This is a song where you can hear if the vocals are a little bit back, because this is, I think, Donald Fagen. That's it. There's a chorus in the background that comes in, but he's really at the beginning of the song. This is really a good song for testing stuff. Hey 19. Everything it's semi-slow. The instruments have good space in time of the song, so you can pick up the guitar, you can pick up the bassist. Donald Fagen isn't screaming and yelling. He's not yelling fast. He's not singing fast. It's very melodic. Sounds very good on both of these sets. Upper registry detail is better on this set. So I'll go through this one more time. Treble on this is more pronounced. Bass on this is more pronounced. That's going to give you the V. However, the midsection doesn't seem on a track that is going to tell you that, because it's got a male vocal, one male vocal. He doesn't sound distant or even really back. So what would be the weak point of this, maybe because of the vent in the back, is taking away from what might otherwise be a compact style of tuning, which would be the V. Not really getting that. The T2s, I like them. They're more of, I want to say these are more reference tune, but as far as micro details, this would be more because of the way that the treble is tuned. So if you're treble sensitive, you might not be into these. That would be the only thing that I would take away from this. For the T2s, it would be the cable and balanced tuning, which sounds ideal to some people, but comparing the bass on even a track like this, which is clear, it's got very good bass lines on Hey 19. It sounds better on this. The pluck, pull, and decay of a bass string pull sounds better on this than it does the T2. I like both of these. If you get the T2, you're going to run into a cable issue if you start to pull your cable out, but feel comfortable that it's not. It would be fucked up if the buds termination was a problem, because then you're fucked. It's actually the cable side that it has a problem. So if you have any other MMCX cable, you'll be fine. I didn't know this until very recently, today. That would be a drawback. Not a lot of drawbacks with this one. I checked the price. I don't really know. I would take both of these over the FH1. Fucking shocking. Yeah, somebody said put that in the video with these. It didn't hold up. Well, listening critically. FiO is another topic for another video. As great as they are and as fast as they're growing, there's some overhyping of the gear. And there's a lot of stuff that's available for much cheaper, apparently, that sounds technically better. I would say that these are technically better than FH1 beyond any question. They've got better bass. They've got better treble. Mids sound fine. These are something that I'd have to listen to. If I listen to the FH1 and these in a shop, I'd pick these. And I guess that's the best fucking way to put it. I'm listening to everything single-ended. I got foam tips on both. I took the blues off of that because I wanted to put these big fat ones on that to get a better seal with the T2s. I like the T2s. I'm going to keep them. They're not going to go in the junk box. These are surprisingly good. I like these a lot. Bass, these are better if you like elevated bass. Mids, I guess these would be better. I call it a wash because I can't say that there's anything wrong with these, because listening to male vocals in a song where it's prominent, I'm not feeling that either one is pulling away from the other. In treble, I would take this. That's personal taste, though. I like the details that come with an elevated treble correctly. Around 10K, you're going to get more of a sense of space. You're not going to get that sharp, tizzy. You might get an airy, air sound that some people don't like. You're not going to get that tizzy, splashy cymbal hi-hat stuff that you would get around just 1 kilohertz back around 9K. This doesn't have that. I wreck both of them. If I had to pick one of the two, I'd pick this one. Shocking. Not shocking, but surprising. This hobby is, and I got other IEMs coming that might be better. So, proceed with caution. It's you guys' money. Think carefully. Check other stuff on the internet. Talk to other people. I'd take this one. I like the upper stuff. My EX1000's got the same thing. These got better bass than those. This is with no EQ on both. These are very surprisingly good. Really good. With this track, happens to just jump right in. First track of the Thriller album, Michael Jackson. Sounds exceptional on these. Sounds really good on these. Proceed with caution. Get as much info as you can. Don't believe the hype. If somebody says something, I thought you said these are good. I fucking did say these good, and I still fucking say they're good. I'm listening to the two of these. I would pick these. What do you want me to say? This is the way it goes. I might open up a package tomorrow and decide I like it better than this. If that keeps happening, then the whole mid-level hobby has to be questioned, because these things are reasonably affordable compared to some of the stuff that is being talked about a lot on HeadFi and other places. I don't hear a lot about this except people saying, oh, they copied somebody's design. Hey, fuck you with the copy of the design thing. When the FiO X7 and its removable amp module came out, and then the iBasso had an amp module that was movable, I didn't hear anybody claiming, oh my God, iBasso ripped FiO off, or FiO ripped iBasso off, or did they do a contract together because they both got a Nintendo-like fucking cartridge within 6 months of each other when nobody really had something like that mass-produced before. So take your fucking copy shit and fuck you. How many different ways can you do a fucking IEM in 2018? Seriously. Sometimes designs work, so you fucking copy it. And then people listen to it, and if it sounds good, it should fucking sell. They didn't do it originally? Man, what's more important, the quality of the sound or originality? I want the quality of the sound. These look like the FLC8s? I fucking think they sound better, so I don't give a fuck that they look like them. You guys think too much. And for the people that say, I'm not going to support a company that's ripping off somebody else. Hey, take your fucking morals and stick them in your ass, because if you fucking read private messages and you talk to people in this hobby, they're a bunch of backstabber, shit-talking scumbags anyway. So your loyalty is for fucking who? Your loyalty should be for your money that is in your wallet and to get the best bang for the buck that you can get, and fuck the companies. Who cares about the companies? They put money in their pocket and it's your money. So don't fucking worry about them. Don't worry about somebody's fucking taking somebody else's idea, or whoever does it best is the winner. If this sounds better than the FLC8S, they fucking win. That's it. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Get my money. And it's going to be the company. They don't give a fuck if you're fucking defending them or sticking up for them. So if you made a comment about this looks like the FLCA, this looks like the fucking, hey, what's your fucking point? Do you think I give a fuck? Do you honestly think I got upset because somebody copied the Andromeda, and then I thought, why do I give a fuck? And then if I heard it and it sounded better, I'd fucking be happy to get it for a cheaper price because the prices are ridiculous. So get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Also, in my videos, please, I'm getting these supplied by somebody on AliExpress. Please don't put links. Anyway, it'll be blocked because of my filter. But if you put links to other cheaper deals, you're taking away my ability to get this stuff. So I appreciate trying to take care of my viewers, but I can't get this gear unless I make some kind of a profit for the people that are sending me this stuff. So you guys understand? Everybody gets their stuff from someplace, and I can't get something from someplace and then somebody else is dropping a link to a rival. That's no good. So nothing personal against anybody, but please don't drop links. And if you don't see your posts, it's because my YouTube automatically prevents commenters from embedding links in their comments. So I didn't block you myself. The YouTube channel does it. Okay? So that's the way that goes. Really surprised. That guy that said he's a beta tester and, he's got good ears. These sound really nice. And that is it. If you bought the T2s on my rec, you did good. These are very nice. And I just explained why I would pick these over the T2. It's nice to get shit for free, right? Because you have the freedom to say, oh, I picked this, I picked that. It's the way it goes, man. Sorry. I did pay for that. And that cost $1,900 in Japan. So I spend money in this hobby too. Unlike some people that never spend a fucking penny. So that's the video.